and unfair. Like, why the do I have to go through this? And he's just fine. Like, that's not fucking fair. He gets to go about his life, have his home, have his cars, have his financial stability, and I'm over here struggling.
17 and a half years married, 4 kids. I begged this man, please, I've never been out of the U.S. Can we please go out of the U.S.? I want to experience something new. Can we travel? Can we do something? No. I get a text from him 5 minutes ago. What does it say? Hey, I need your permission. It's in the planning, but me and Aaron, his fiance, are taking her kids and he wants to take Kylie to Mexico for spring break. And I said, because he needs my permission to do that. And I said, absolutely, it's a great experience for her. Just please watch her, have fun and be safe. It's really, really hard for me because it's like 17 and a half years, 4 kids, and I begged you to take us or to take me and to do those kinds of trips and to spend that kind of time with us. And it was always no. And now you're giving this woman everything that I begged you for. Everything I begged you for, you are giving to her.
Why did you cancel your Midjourney subscription?
I found this hidden AI that does everything I want for a one-time cost. I'll show you.
People do that because they want to feel heard. And they want to know that they're validated for feeling the way that they're feeling, that it's not right and it isn't okay. And it confirms my choice to divorce was right. Even though I'm the one that was shamed and I'm the one that lost friends of 15 years because they didn't want to be associated with me anymore because I walked away.
So when my husband and I divorced, he started dating a woman that he worked with. They are now happily married now. And the day that I met her, I welcomed her with open arms. It looked like she was going to be a part of our family and she was going to be in my kid's life. So I wanted us to have an easy transition and at least kindness between us. But then the kids started telling me all the things that they were doing together that he didn't do with me, like lots of cuddling and public displays of affection. And there was a little voice in my head that thought, what the hell? How come he never did that with me for 20 years? But then I realized we married the wrong person. When you marry the right person who you're compatible with, each person is going to behave differently than how they would behave if they were in a relationship with the wrong person. I recognized that they were much more compatible than he and I were. So did I get angry that he and her are happy? Absolutely not. It makes perfect sense. He and I were in an arranged marriage through a prophet in our church. We never really fell in love. And I believe that a lot of people get into arranged marriages and they're not marrying because they actually love each other. They're marrying because they got pregnant, marrying for some legal reason. They're marrying because they have some financial difficulties. It's more of a business partnership than a love connection. So if you and your partner break up and they go on to be an amazing partner for someone else, that doesn't mean that you were a bad person or that you didn't deserve really beautiful love. It just means that you and your partner were never compatible, because no good relationship ends in a breakup. And the key to a successful long relationship is marrying the right person. So if you're bitter that your ex is now a good partner to someone else and wasn't to you, don't take it personal. They're just more compatible. And hopefully your partner learned from their mistakes, that they're more self-aware now, and that they had a lot of personal growth. That thought process was super healing for me and sent me on my path to find the right match for me.
So only women in this world believe in compatibility, because I don't know any man who believes in compatibility, guys. You know why? It's because men understand that, when a woman is in front of you and you don't have other choices, like if there's a woman in front of you and she's willing to, go with your program and she also wants marriage, that's the woman we're going to marry. We're not going to look for a woman who's compatible, because we don't believe in that. Only women believe in that. That's why a lot of women are single, because they believe that love is a feeling. You know what I mean? It's something that they feel. And love is not a feeling. Love is actions. Like, I'll give you a perfect example, guys, right? if right now, like, well, when you were a child, your parents, they do everything for you. They put a roof over your head, food on the table, they make sure that you're in school, clothes on your back, make sure that you're good, you're provided for, you're protected, they give you guidance, they check you when you're out of pocket, all that stuff, right? That's love. That's love. Whatever that you feel inside of you, it has nothing to do with your parents. To be honest, it has nothing to do with your parents. If you don't feel loved and you're provided for and you're guided and you're protected, like as a child, you are selfish and you're ungrateful little brat. That's just what it is, right? So women believe that love is something that you feel, right? What she mentioned in this video, she said, my ex-husband is doing things with that he never did with her, with the new wife, right? So the new wife gets the special treatment and she gets to, live the best life and whatever, right? And she said the only reason why the husband didn't do all those things for her is because, they were not compatible, she her husband was not the right person for her, they were not compatible together or whatever, right? But if we look at it, guys, right, she's not going to hold herself accountable. And that's a modern woman's behavior. She's not going to hold herself accountable and say, why didn't my husband do those things for me? Right? Is it because, I was a horrible person? Is it because, he was at a stage where he couldn't afford to do those things with me? But anyway, she's single. I can tell you right now, she's single. Right? She's single. She's making videos about her ex-husband because she regrets leaving her ex-husband. And she's one of the females who's going to come online and say, I'm happy single. How can you leave your family? How can you wreck up your family? Something that, people will die to have, something that makes people happy in real life, not single life, right? In real life, the most happiest people in this world, they're probably the people who have families, right? Who are married and have kids, and they have the kids who loves them. They can do things with their kids and their husbands, right? That's a human experience. A man who shares love with the wife, he's happier than a man who's just lonely, who's just single and lonely. A woman it's just vice versa. It's just what it is, dog. It doesn't matter, bro. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep it pushing.
Story. My husband of 17 years was living a double life. He had a girlfriend of 6 years. We were married for 17 years. He has a child with her, and he was basically living a double life with both of us. Watch my, playlist, and you'll find all that information. Today is the first time we have all ended up at the gym together. I was in there doing my cardio, and then I look up and I see her walking in. I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. To me, I did nothing wrong. I'm not afraid to be around them. I don't feel awkward around them. Obviously she felt awkward. But I was ready to walk into that small little weight room and work out with them. But she walked in, my husband, because we're not divorced yet, but my husband, soon to be ex-husband, was already working out. So he was finishing his workout, and I'm pretty sure he made her leave. Or she was just too afraid to be there with me because she knows what she did wrong. So I finished my cardio. I'm going to walk in there expecting to run into both of them. They were gone. So, yeah. I'm just going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to work out, and I'm not going to let people like them bother me.
Okay, why are you still making videos about your ex-husband? If you're going to keep on doing you, you're not even doing you. You're doing your husband's life, right? That's what you're doing, man. Because your husband moved on. He has a new wife, a new girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. And you're still single. That's why you're on the internet talking about your ex-husband. That's why you're on the internet. It's because you regret leaving. You see, here's the thing with modern women, guys, right? Modern women, they mislead younger women. Older modern women who are older, they mislead younger women. They tell younger women that, it's better to be single than to have a husband. Because when you have a husband, you're going to clean for him, you're going to cook for him, you're going to take care of the house, you're going to be his slave. Okay, I think the best thing that women should do, bro, and I'm not trying to give women an advice, right, should do is just to be a slave to their husbands. because you're going to be a slave to the streets. You're going to be a slave to the streets. Like, imagine there's 1,000 men out there who are trying to sleep with you in your DMs, right? They're not trying to put a ring on your finger. They're not trying to start a family with you, right? They're trying to sleep with you, and they're trying to destroy your life. So you rather sleep with guys and you know, have casual sex with guys, and makes you feel like crap, and makes you feel like you're nothing. It makes you feel like you're less, because you ladies know how it feels. You know exactly how you feel. You know, I've seen girls call me and I have to block them. I have to block them because they can't stop calling me just because we had sex, right? You know how it makes you feel when you call a guy after having sex with him and that guy doesn't answer your calls and doesn't reply to your texts. You know how it makes you feel. So you rather choose feeling like that or being a slave to your husband. And it's not even being a slave. If you love somebody, you shouldn't have a problem with cooking for them. You shouldn't have a problem with cleaning after them. You shouldn't have a problem with taking care of their kids. You know what I mean? Both you and them kids. You don't mind doing that, bro. You don't mind doing them. So anyway, that's it for today. My name is RJ Godfella, and this is the RJ Godfella Chats. Now, if you like this type of content, man, please hit the subscribe button.